Today I'm talking to Anna Tutova, the CEO of Coins Telegram, the creator of the coins, white crypto. I forgot. How's it called?
White crypto is some
White crypto,
yeah.
white crypto YouTube channel, and also the creator of a wonderful crypto documentary that realized no matter what.
Should we start again? Or?
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not that professional. I like to have fun on the podcast. So, Anna, take it away and make it explain a bit more what you do without like me messing it up.
Yeah, hello Ivan, and hello everybody. So yeah, as Ivan introduced, I'm CEO of Coins Telegram. We have a news website, coinstelegram.com. It's as well integrated with Binance and CoinMarketCap. We publish different news about crypto industry as well, currently about AI too. Another our resource is our YouTube channel, White Crypto, and we publish a lot of interviews, project reviews there. And recently we released our documentary film about the history and value of Bitcoin and new era of digital economy called Decentralized No Matter What. And we just made the presentations of our film in Monaco and at the event during Canton Festival. So I interviewed many leaders of the crypto industry for this film, like CZ, founder of Binance, Chas Hoskinson, founder Cardano, Sandeep Nalal, Polygon, Sebastian Borges, Sandbox, Justin Santron, Sergey Kunz, OneInch, and many other experts who shared their views and opinion on the development of the industry, and as well how they see the value of Bitcoin and decentralization. And as well, I run Kia Marketing Agency. So we help different projects in the space with their growth and promotion. We get them featured in top media like Forbes, Entrepreneur, Finance, Yahoo, CoinDesk, as well regional media. We are quite active in Middle East, Asia, Europe, Latin America, Russian-speaking countries. So basically, whatever region that project targets. We cooperate as well with a lot of influencers, YouTubers, Twitter, TikTok influencers. We had as well many influencers in our documentary film too. And we do social media campaigns as well. So basically that's what I do, and as well I do fintech stuff too. I'm partnered with fintech company called KYC Pay, and we help high-risk companies like crypto with opening of bank accounts, setting up payment gateways, enabling merchants to accept crypto, and licensing.
Yeah, and all the links to all of this will be down below. Like I didn't actually think about it beforehand, but and I have no idea what happened because like most of my attention yesterday was on the Apple presentation. But what happened to Binance yesterday?
Yeah, so basically it's they got the notice from CSC. But I don't really think that it's something that dangerous. Binance BNB token went down because of this. CZ like always tweets for that this is a fact. But all these notices many exchanges got before, like Bitfinex got it too, BitMEX got it too, and CSC claims that BUSD and BNB tokens are as well securities, and that Binance had unauthorized activity in the US. But I think when there are such cases with the CSC in the US, it's mostly when some people pursue their careers that they get sued some big company. And many of these cases are just for years, same as we see with the Ripple, still no outcome. And Ripple had been talking a year ago that there is much progress with it, and they have been awaiting quicker resolution, but still it's not there. I think the same it will be with the Binance.
So for crypto holders and for users of Binance, does it mean anything?
Maybe just to be safe, I would withdraw my funds from Binance, and maybe I sell for the short term BNB and then just buy back. But if you believe it in the long term and don't really want to trade, maybe just better to keep it as it is. There are some risks, of course, that big players would go after Binance, but it will mean a big crash for the whole industry, not just for Binance, because Binance is the biggest exchange. If anything bad happens with it, then the whole industry will be totally down, and we already have almost all retail gone. Now there is some revival with the meme tokens, but overall there is not that interest as it was before during the bull market. Yeah, so if now anything happens with Binance, it will be really, really very extremely hard to recover anything.
Well, is this any similar way what happened to FTX, or is it completely different?
With FTX, it was completely different, and because here they didn't have a claim about the use of the customer funds, but there were some other news about Binance that Binance used the customer funds, but because they're mixed in wallets with some other reserve funds or something like that. So I think the situation with Binance and FTX is completely different, and I would say after FTX situation, most of the exchanges became quite careful. Maybe many of those as well used customer funds, but after FTX fraud, they became more careful and stopped doing it, not to be caught or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just like something I thought about when you mentioned Binance, because again, completely missed the news yesterday, and only today I heard that something happened with Binance, and I wasn't sure what it was.
What are your thoughts on this?
Uh, well, I don't have any thoughts. I don't keep anything in Binance. I don't. I rarely use it, right? So I just want to see, and I have to definitely dig deeper into like what's going on there. To be honest, like I'm kind of a new crypto user, so I'm still like exploring the field and like I'm trying to keep the minds. Well, my opinions. I try to align with other people's opinions who are more versed in crypto, because I didn't use it for like a really long while, just barely, and it's only became useful to me relatively recently for my personal use.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the reasons why I'm like interested in like talking and discussing it, because something I do with those podcasts is I also learn from the topics which I'm not that versed in, right? And that's why it makes it very interesting to meet new people and find out more about, again, crypto, Binance situation, and everything else. Which brings me actually to something I should have asked at first. It just Binance kind of hijacked my line of thought. Is I want to ask you, what is your background with crypto? How did you get involved with crypto? Why such an interest, like in cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so I studied international law, and it's not really related to what I do now. But that's how I learned about crypto and blockchain. My group mate had internship in law company in Kyiv in Ukraine, which deals as well with crypto and blockchain companies too. So he mentioned Bitcoin in conversation with me in the beginning of 2017, I think, and I got interested. I started googling what that. As well, we had. Like our university was some kind of very old school. Most professors were not really keen about blockchain and crypto, and we had one professor of intellectual property law who as well mentioned like few times cryptocurrency and blockchain technology during the seminars. He's actually now crypto lawyer as well, and That's how I learned about crypto. I wanted to invest into it in 2017 when it costed $2,000, and I thought, okay, it would probably go up like to $6,000-7,000, and then I would sell. But unfortunately, I told about my intention to my parents. They started shouting at me, so I didn't buy anything. And then later, I knew some guys who started working later with one crypto ICO startup, and they invited me for the interview. And since I already had some basic knowledge, we started working together. It was October 2017. And as well, from that time, I started investing into crypto, mostly in Ethereum, and just Bitcoin was over 12,000 at that time. So I just bought the fraction of Bitcoin. And I saw Bitcoin and all this crypto only rising. I thought it's like perfect asset for the investment. So I didn't understand anything in the markets at the time. And in 2018, I even bought much more Ethereum just on the top points. And then the bear market happened. But luckily, I didn't sell anything. Like I recovered in the next bull market in like 2-3 years. It's a long time, unfortunately. So sometimes it's better to navigate the market and fix your profits when there is that much excitement on the markets, and when everybody is happy about that, and when there is the influx of many new projects and etc. So that's how it started for me. And then in 2018, there was bear market. That company closed their office in Ukraine. I had a break from the crypto industry, but I attended time from time some conferences. And at my first international conference, I met my current co-founder. He already had this company Coins Telegram. He started it with one more another co-founder. And they had news websites as well. Another co-founder runs a marketing agency. They do traffic campaigns on Facebook, Google, and etc. And they had as well investment community at the time. They got allocations in some ICO projects, and they raised pools for those and allowed just average people to invest into those projects from $200. And he suggested me to cooperate together, and we started working together. And well, from that time, I decided that I would like to travel a lot to different conferences, and most of my network is from the conferences. And as well, then we saw demand not only for our own media, but for a lot of other media. So we started the full PR marketing agency at the time. And then generally with my travels to different conferences, that's how I got seriously involved into the crypto industry, and when I had much more mature understanding what's about the projects and what's happening.
What's the mission of Coins Telegram, and I guess your personal mission? It's the question I ask because I'm also interested in the marketing side of things. Obviously, that's my primary. And when trying to understand companies and the founders, I always ask this question because what are you trying to achieve? As I believe the mission for the company is what drives all your actions in business, and that's why I'm asking. What are you trying to achieve with Coins Telegram and simultaneously your YouTube channel, which, I guess it's similar because it's informative information about the crypto world?
Yeah, as for the mission, it's probably mass adoption, and especially with our film too. Like when I'm in this industry in crypto, for me, it seems like everybody knows about it. Everybody understands everything. They can easily just go and read. But at the same time, I realized, despite we have so much information everywhere on the internet, and information currently, most of the information is really free. So people just need to put efforts, go on their website or go on YouTube and just read or watch something. But many people still don't do it. Many people get information as well from the personal interactions. And I would say it's on our mission from the side of the conferences, maybe because we attend as well a lot of traditional conferences, tech conferences, family office conferences, some government events. So it's as well education of those people on the TradFi or government side. So just average people about the potential of this technology and the opportunities which this technology can provide. From the website side, it's as well how it started. So there was this investment community, and the website was created to make analysis of the projects where we invested. So it was both for ourselves and as well for people to understand, to make some due diligence, and as well to educate yourself and others on what's happening in the industry and as well the news. With the YouTube channel, it was as well, one side is education, another side it's a great way to connect with people, like the same way we now connected with you through a podcast. And with the film, it was totally spontaneous. It started the idea when my co-founder went for a holiday in Mexico, and then they found the conference in El Salvador in 2021, when El Salvador just adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender. So it was super exciting to show to the world that the first use case of the country adopting crypto, specifically Bitcoin, as their official currency, where you can just go anywhere and pay with Bitcoin. So that's how that random idea started, and it was quite experimental. And our team went to El Salvador to make that film, and then we spent as well quite a lot of time in the Middle East, in the UAE, and at that time as well, Cici, founder of Binance, moved to Dubai in 2021. Polygon team moved to Dubai too, and some more people started moving to Dubai, and we started making the filming there too. Like UAE government is as well super friendly to crypto. They try to attract more companies there. So we were filming both from the sides of the technology and the value of Bitcoin, and from the side of the developments in the Middle East and why those people decided to move to the UAE, and by people who just visited UAE, Dubai for the first time, why they just decided to come there, and their impressions of the country and of the ecosystem. And with the film, it's probably the biggest project. It's non-commercial, and it's like the project which will exist for years, and where it's basically information is given in very simple form there and very understandable form about the value of Bitcoin and how it changed somebody's lives, and what access to the financial system it can give. So that scene which will last for many, many years, and which will exist forever, and which people may watch in 50 years, and so we will have much bigger crypto adoption, or maybe we will have another form of digital money or something like that. So it's a big project for the future. And with the PR marketing agency as well, the mission is to help to, we work both with the startups and with the established companies. So the mission is to help to for the startups to take off, to get them word out about them, and for the established companies as well to cover the news and what's happening with them. And from the fintech side, it's as well, it's all about access to the financial system and to the payments. And I'm more fascinated about the future of crypto payments. And I mostly don't really use that much fiat in my life, just for now for everyday purchases. But now there are as well a lot of other options, like different crypto debit cards where you can easily spend your USDT and etc. And for me, it's just much more efficient way rather than spending fiat, and another thing is for the cross-border payments. It's just so easy. Almost never did any Swift payments, which you have a lot of headaches. You need to wait for a few days for the approval of the bank and etc. As well, like now in Ukraine during the times of the war, I think there are as well limitations of the funds you can send, or even it's banned. I'm not sure now. Before, when I started investing into crypto in 2017, there were as well not many options to buy crypto on international exchanges. And one of the options was bank top up, like from the Swift transfer, but there was limitation $500 per day to sell, or even per week, probably per day, to send out to deposit your account. So it's super difficult. It's much easier to send international transfer in any sum you want via crypto, and it's immediate, and you see everything on blockchain, and you can track everything on blockchain.
I know you mentioned the film. What was the thing you found most interesting? You found out from talking to all of those people and filming the movie about crypto, blockchain, or like anything else you've taken out of it, which you didn't know before.
I wouldn't say that I really didn't know something before. During the interviews, I made much more questions as well about some surrounding news, about the activity, which was not added to the film because the focus of our film was mostly around Bitcoin. But I would say those people just got into crypto in different years. Somebody got much earlier, other people got later. It was just generally interesting to know out how exactly they got into the industry, and as well to see how it changed the lives of the people.
You also mentioned the potential and the opportunities from crypto. Like, what is the potential of this technology? What is the potential of crypto?
As far as the crypto itself, we see generally different use cases, but I would say the big potential is crypto payments. Now we see as well some developments of CBDCs. And there are some threats with that too, because it's from the government side, and it's not it doesn't go with the line what was Bitcoin and crypto for, and CBDCs are controlled by central banks, by centralized authority. And it depends how they implement it. If it's like in China, where they banned Bitcoin and any other forms of cryptocurrency, where they banned money and they just implemented their digital yuan, it's as well the threat to the privacy of the people, where all the transactions and spending can be totally controlled by the government. But I see good potential for the use of CBDC, like wholesale CBDC, for example, for the international trading between the countries. I don't think that it's a bad thing. Like, it's good that they will have their own CBDCs for the use of that. And as for the crypto, as well, we see now rising different other use cases as blockchain gaming, NFTs, metaverse. But I think that's more from the entertainment side. Maybe it's not that much, like, it's not really vital for our future life. It's just a sightseeing, and it's just maybe good for the mass adoption and for the spreading awareness about this technology about to the wider audience. And I see much more benefits from the blockchain technology itself, either its use for the financial services, like banks have been using it for the settlements, for the exchange, for the currency exchange, and etc., or like issuing bonds on blockchain, something like that, or as well the use of blockchain in supply chain, or storing data on a blockchain, as well, one of the interesting use cases is monetization of your data, specifically like healthcare data. And we see some projects doing on that side, but many projects as well create the tokens. And I would say to have your token is as well like a totally separate job to maintain your token, to make the volumes for your token, etc. Besides the running of like your main business, your main startup, which you make besides another token you have the utility for.
Well, I know you mentioned like CBDCs. Like I'm very scared of CBDCs. Like I don't want my money to be crypto and owned by central bank, especially like having come from where I come from. Like I have no trust in the government at all, and that's like definitely one of the fears. What I like, I prefer like to have my money in just normal cryptocurrency, which is uncontrolled by anybody, rather than having it government supervised.
Well, yeah, of course, it's better to have crypto in your decentralized wallets. But still, your decentralized wallet is as well easily tracked on blockchain, all your transactions. And with CBDCs, I think we are quite far away from the implementation of CBDCs. And as well as some other people love from the salaries which are offered to CBDC specialists. Like they will be made in the bad way, because I remember there was some post about UK central bank CBDC specialist. The salary was like 60, 70K per year. So like in comparison to the opportunities in crypto companies, it's in comparison to this government position, it's pretty small. So what type of specialists they may be making that CBDC? And as we know, innovation is much faster than the governments and than the regulations. And I would say it will take really long time for the governments to implement CBDCs, and I think at least 5 years, like for the full scale. And of course, I think there will be a lot of concerns as well for the privacy of the transactions of people. So I think CBDCs will be just used mostly like wholesale for the trade between countries, so like intergovernmental transactions, rather than for people to use these CBDCs.
Yeah. What do you think of NFTs? Do you buy NFT? Do you use them in any of your transactions?
I'm a bit skeptical about NFTs. It more depends on the use case, and NFTs can be different. It can be art, it can be music, gaming items, and etc. Probably the biggest use case is different types of art, but for that, I think you need to have a mindset of collector, and to see why this thing will be valuable. Maybe it's not a bad thing to own some blue chip NFT like CryptoPunk or Bored Ape Yacht Club. And now many prices for these NFTs are down, so maybe it's a good opportunity to buy it and just store it till better times. But I'm specifically not a big fan of NFTs. For the use case of gaming, it's super cool because you can exchange these gaming items between different games. But another thing, it should be either the same company which develops like different variety of games where you can exchange these gaming items. So there should be partnerships between these games. So those games as well accept these NFT gaming items. But it as well sounds more cool that, unlike with Web2 gaming, where you spend like gamers really spend a lot of money on all these gaming items. Why not to spend them on NFT gaming items and have full control of it? At least you have some assets which you can easily sell after. Maybe a good use case for NFTs may be like for the use of patents, so timestamp but it as well depends on the government regulations. Those that governments recognized these NFTs as a proof of this or that fact. And good thing about NFTs is the payment of royalties, either to artists or as well as for music NFTs. We just because it's automatically.
Well, it's like you mentioned, like gaming items. That's like, why do you need NFTs there when you already have basically gaming items are already like NFTs? And like if you play like CS:GO and all those types of like games, when people buy skins and textures, they practically were NFTs just without the technology. And like the implementation of using in different games could have been made again without the blockchain necessary for it. Which I also shared this thought with you, which I don't particularly agree with it, but again, I'm looking for people smarter than me on the subject to tell me like what they think about it. Is that blockchain and crypto and NFTs by extension is a great technology, but it doesn't really solve any real use cases.
I wouldn't agree that it doesn't solve any real use cases. And it's the same like governments implement it for the different registries. There are, of course, some debates rather than it should be just a normal database, so it should be on blockchain because the cost of implementing blockchain are much higher. But since on blockchain everything is transparent and everything is traceable, it's a much better technology. Like as well in Ukraine, we have land registry on blockchain. Some other countries as well implement blockchain for the government services. There have been talks about making more transparent elections on blockchain. So I think it's a great technology. And another thing I'm fascinated about zero knowledge proofs. It's when you can prove this or that fact without revealing the sensitive data. And this technology is as well quite old. It's from the last century, the same as blockchain. But we see now many projects that have been working on that for a few years, and maybe in a few other years we will see the cooperation of all these zero knowledge proofs projects with traditional corporations, buying them out or just using their technology, or as well working and developing their own ZK technologies.
Well, like I don't particularly agree with like saying that like it doesn't have any use cases. It's just I think when people say this, they are looking at it in the form of, if I'm gonna implement blockchain, how much more money is it gonna make me right now in my business, right? In general, like the blockchain technology. And like I'm not sure blockchain is about like making more money from your customers, other than like making your business work better and generating money by improving the operations of the business, rather than just you implement it, that's how you get paid more. Right. But yeah, like I agree with you, like it can be used, but again, case by case basis, there are use cases. That's for sure. As you mentioned, quite a bit of them. Uh, well, thank you. Thank you for coming today to talk to us and me about crypto and blockchain. Uh, where can people find you if they want to get connected with you or learn more about blockchain, cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so you can find me on LinkedIn, on Tutova, as well on Twitter, the same Anna_Tutova. You can check out as well our YouTube channel, White Crypto, and read our website, coinstelegram.com. Or as well, you can go on Binance Feed, even on Binance app, and search Coinstelegram, and you can read our news directly from Binance app too.
Sure. Well, that's great. Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you too.